This video is sponsored by RM Risk Management.
Hello and welcome to another edition of the Blues Focus match preview show. And next up is Bristol Rovers at home at St Andrews. And this is coming off the back of a 2-1 victory against Exeter City in the Virtue Trophy, where Keshi Anderson and Luke Harris got the goals. Two well-taken goals in the end. And it was a bit of a tougher test, weren't it, than the game against them in the league. And yeah, Exeter put up a good game against us. But now we move on to Bristol Rovers. And the win against Exeter actually was our fifth win in all competitions. The first time we've won 5 in a row in all competitions since 2012. So going back around 12 years, which is fantastic because this Blues team seems to be doing really well and breaking a lot of records in the process as well, albeit being in League One. So next up for us is Bristol Rovers. We're third place at the moment. A win may take us back into the automatic promotion places, but as all Blues fans know, we've got all these games in hand and whatever. So there's still a lot of moving to be done around that, top echelon of the league. And Wrexham and Wycombe are going well at the moment, but hopefully if we keep on doing our job and keep on winning our games, then we'll be back in amongst the automatic promotion places in no time. So Bristol Rovers is the game up next. They're 18th in League One at the moment. Matt Taylor is their manager, someone that's managed a couple of teams in the Football League. He managed at Exeter, also at Rotherham as well. They've also got some seasoned professionals in their team, the likes of Chris Martin and Scott Sinclair. So players that have been around the block, and also some coaches as well. As today they appointed Lee Catamol as their set-piece coach, which is very random when I saw that as I was doing my research. And also George Friend, former Blues player, is also their director of football. So good to see him doing well at the moment. And I'm sure it'll be a tough game, albeit that Bristol Rovers have only scored 2 goals in their last 6 games. So they're going to be a bit low on confidence. But as we've seen at St Andrews this season, a lot of teams that come to St Andrews, it's their big game and they can turn up on these occasions. You look at the Northampton game where they stifled us, and then Reading on the opening day of the season where they gave us a tough test as well. So we've got to be up for the game on Saturday, and I'm sure the Blues players will, because we've got a capacity crowd backing the players. I'll be at the game, so really looking forward to attending it. And to get the Bristol Rovers side of things, we spoke to Charlie Hay of the Talking Gas podcast to see what he thought about Bristol Rovers and what they may pose a threat going towards us.
Yes, lads, cheers for having me on. Charlie from the Talking Gas podcast. Yeah, start to the season has been very disappointing, frustrating. Last season was pretty poor, and this season we wanted to sort of get mid-table, maybe push for the top half, but it's been a struggle. Only 4 shots on target from our last 6 games in all competitions. Back-to-back league defeats with no shots on target in the last 2 games and only 1 win in 6. Currently sat 2 points above the relegation zone, so it's quite worrying times at the moment. The lack of goals, creativity in the side. We've just seemed to be getting dominated, having no control of the ball in games. And yeah, especially the last game. I think if Taylor was in the dugout for the Orient game where he lost 3-0 and it could have been 7 or 8, then I think he would have been sacked. So yeah, really poor start to the season. Yeah, so my thoughts on the manager, Matt Taylor, and like a lot of Rovers fans, I think his time's coming to an end. He's been with us just over a year now. We've seen no progress with him, really. A lot of losses. Like I mentioned previously, the lack of a plan. Still don't know how we play. A lot of teams in the league, you sort of get to know how they play, but with us, he went in the summer to go and play with 2 10s pressing. Come to the first game of the season, we didn't see that, and it's just been a mismatch of different styles that hasn't suited us. And yeah, there's still no style of play, and yeah, I think probably 75% of the fan base at least probably want him gone. So yeah, unfortunately, it just hasn't worked out for him at Rovers, and I can't see it getting any better. For me personally, for the setup of the side for Saturday's game, I think Taylor will go with a 5 at the back, whether that will be a flat back 5 or, 3 centre-backs with 2 wing-backs. I'm not sure, but that's how I think we'll set up, even though for the sort of last couple of months we've been playing with a 4-back, and that's how I would personally set up. But I think Taylor will go with a 5 at the back personally. Yeah, players to watch, I'd probably say Shaq Ford. He's been our best attacking player, 2 goals, signed him on a permanent in the summer from Watford after a really good loan spell he had last year with Orient. But then I would also say our goalkeeper, which says a lot. Josh Griffiths, you guys might know, on loan from West Bromwich Albion, made the most saves currently in the league, and a lot of games he saved us, and he's actually got the third most clean sheets in the league, funny enough, considering how poor we've been. But that says a lot about our season, to be honest. And yeah, my score prediction, I think it's going to be a long afternoon with the way we're playing. You know, our last game being Leyton Orient losing 3-0. Like I said, it could have been 7 or 8. And our last 2 games without a shot on target, I can see it being 3 games without a shot on target. And I think it's going to be Rovers 0, Birmingham City 4, unfortunately for us, and I'll be there. And yeah, I just can't see anything else, to be honest. But yeah, cheers for having me on, and all the best for the rest of the season after you play us.
So that was Charlie Hayne there. And yeah, really looking forward to this game. And in terms of the team predictions, what I'm looking at predicting, obviously we've got that left back situation with Alex Cochrane out injured for a short while, in Chris Davis's words. So not hopefully going to be a long-term injury, because as first feared when he was taken off against Barnsley in a stretcher, we were kind of thinking the worst thing, weren't we? But I reckon he's going to be out for maybe 1 to 2 months. So not a long-term injury. So hopefully we can get him back soon. But in his absence, we've now got Lee Buchanan, who's returning, and he played 60 minutes against Exeter. He got booked on 58 minutes and then taken off 2 minutes later. So I don't know whether it's a precaution because he was on a yellow card or kind of just easing him back into fitness. But nevertheless, it's great to see Lee Buchanan back, because he was one of our standout players in which was a pretty dull season last season. So yeah, nice to see him back. And I imagine he may even start the game against Bristol Rovers. It could be Ethan Led that goes out to left back and then Christian Bielik at right back. We don't really know, but I'd go with Buchanan at left back and Bielik at right back, because I'd love to see Buchanan play regular minutes again, because with Cochrane's absence, you imagine that Buchanan is going to get some game time, and with it being left back, his natural position, you'd like to see him play in that position as opposed to Laird playing on the left, which is kind of unfamiliar to him as he's more preferred to on the right. So Buchanan in the team, and I guess most of the team reverts back to what we played against Stockport. You know, that was a pretty strong team, and also Barnsley as well, where it looks like now Alfie May and Jay Stansfield can both play well in the same team. So looking forward to hopefully seeing them combining. If they could get a goal each, that would be fantastic. And I'm going to go with a 3-1 victory for Birmingham in this game. I know the Bristol Rovers, as I said before, haven't been as prolific in their recent games, but I still kind of fear about the back line. But I hope that we have enough firepower to dispose of Bristol Rovers and get another win and hopefully get back into those automatic promotion places. So if you enjoyed this video, please feel free to like, share, comment and subscribe. Leave your score predictions down in the comment section below. And as per the usual schedule, now we'll have a podcast coming out on Sunday reviewing the game with Tommy and the guys, and also Tommy's vlog coming out on the Sunday morning as well. So stick around for that. Like, share, comment and subscribe. And most importantly, keep right on.